And let me share screen. Justin Bieber's in the background because I was playing some music.
That's good.
See if I can get this here. X out. Oops. All right. Can you guys see that? It seems to be not as big. Let's see if I can maximize. There we go. All right. You guys see that okay? Okay, perfect. All right, guys. So thank you guys for jumping on live. I wanted to make sure that we recorded this. Just wanted to start off the month going over some of the March events that we have going on, talk about the new product launch with 22-Minute Hardcore, talk with you guys a little bit about some tips that I have done and some tips that I've got from some other coaches when it comes to product launches. And then I have a couple of other things I want to talk with you guys about that I took away from my personal development this past month. So let's get started. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw the March event page or calendar that I posted in the group, but this calendar is just to kind of give you guys an idea to share with your teams some of the events that we have going on, some of the calls that I would recommend sharing with your team this month. As you guys know, March 1st, we started, which is today, we started the Raining Gems Push Group, which I am super excited about. The past 2 months, I have done kind of a hidden gems group for our smaller team. And I think it's been good. It's been effective for some people. I don't think some people were putting in the time and putting in the assignments that we had going for that. So I know Jenna does a really good job with the push groups and some of the material that she adds in. We have a lot more people involved in this group, so I'm really hoping that we get a lot of engagement, we get a lot of rank advancements in hopes that people are actually, putting in the time and the goals for this upcoming month. So that started today. I hope that you guys do get a lot out of that. As you guys know, the release of the 22-Minute Hardcore came out today. I think, I know it's showing up, well, it was showing up just the challenge pack, but it's now showing up just the regular program for you guys to buy. I would encourage you guys to, even if you're not doing the program right now, like I still have 4 weeks to go in Hammer and Chisel. But I did go ahead and purchase the program because one of the things that I like to do is check out the workouts, even if I'm not doing the full workout program. I like to share moves with customers and give them an idea of how the program is when they're asking me questions. So I would recommend getting it. I think it's like $25, $26 for coach price. So it's not bad at all. And then, of course, we are going to have actually 3 team calls this month, every other Tuesday, and they're going to be at 8 o'clock, and followed by will be our Healthy for Life team call. So definitely mark your calendars for that and share with your teams so that they can jump on. I'm really hoping to provide you guys with some content that maybe some of your team is struggling with. I did reach out to my personally sponsored page in hopes to get some ideas from them on what they want to hear in our team calls. So I'm hoping that this month has some good content for you guys and some good learning experiences. We are going to go ahead and do another coach sneak peek this month. It's going to be actually next week. So just to give you guys an idea for maybe some of your posts this week, or you want to share with maybe prospects from last month, they can jump in on our coach sneak peek March 7th through March 11th. It's going to be another 5-day sneak peek. I am actually going to be doing a live business opportunity call again this month. I know last month I used the recording from January. A lot of it's going to be the same, but I want to actually do a live call again. I think that was very productive and helpful for some people that actually were able to ask questions live, and we were able to kind of talk with one another just about the coaching opportunity itself. So that's going to be on March 8th, and that's going to be at 9 o'clock since that doesn't conflict with our Healthy for Life team calls. And then the only other thing that I had on here was our Success Club brunch, just to give you guys what this actually is for my personally sponsored coaches. And I know a lot of our team has been doing this for maybe their coaches. I treat my personally sponsored coaches who hit Success Club to a brunch the following month, just as, you know, an incentive for them to hit their goals. If they're not local, I always send them just a special gift or something that I have for them to just an additional incentive. So that's what we have going on this month. So lots of good stuff. And then, of course, as always, we have the National Wake Up Call every Monday at 11. And, of course, our Bombshell Dynasty calls have now moved to Wednesday afternoon at 12:30. So you can find the recordings on that. I've been having to catch the recordings on those because it's in the middle of my workday. But there's a lot of great content on that. So definitely check those out as well. All right. Let's see, why is that? All right. So I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about the product launch for 22-Minute Hardcore and give you guys some tips that I think would be beneficial when you're creating a contact list. You're creating, maybe you have some people that have expressed interest in the past few months about this program. This is actually just a picture of the basic kit of 22-Minute Hardcore. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look in your back office, but there, of course, is an option where you can get the portion fix containers. Again, you can also get the sandbag that is included in that kit. This is just the main kit. That was what I had said was about $25, $26. It comes with your workouts, a bonus workout DVD, your calendar, your nutrition guide, and that's the basic kit that you can get. And of course, the challenge pack is on sale this month for $140. So, couple things I wanted to talk with you guys about for product launches. So as you guys know, I've been coaching now for almost 3 years. And in that time, there have been a lot of new product launches. Just thinking back to Summit of this year, we had Size, we had the Performance line. A year prior to that, we had T25. We've had Insanity Max 30. So there's been a lot of amazing products that Beachbody has offered and kind of given us that tool in order for us to be more successful in our business. So these are some 5 tips that I wanted to share with you guys quickly. The first one is to simply be informed. When you're talking with a customer, you know, it's very helpful. Obviously, you know, you may not know every single question about the product. That's what's great about our back office. We have the FAQ, we have the sales and marketing tab, the market training, you know, it's under marketing tools. It's all back there. I just checked yesterday. There's so many tools that we have in order to answer specific questions when it comes to this program. So if you have, you know, maybe your teammates or if you have customers that have specific questions, you can plug in keywords into your FAQ and get those answers for them. You don't have to know everything, you know, but it's important when you are sharing and answering their questions, you're able to go directly to the FAQ and get those questions for them. When you're posting about the new program, what I would recommend is taking chunks or keywords that would help you target your specific niche market. Maybe you have a family member that is in the military or is a veteran, and maybe you have people in that sort of market or people that you know that would maybe really enjoy this program and would benefit from it. So maybe craft your post in that sense where you're finding that target market to create your post to for 22-Minute Hardcore. The other thing that I love is that Team Beachbody offers teasers. So when you go onto Beachbody's YouTube channel, you can share with people that you're talking to in a private message the actual video that talks about 22-minute hardcore. I like to do a lot of move of the days and live videos. So, go on demand and do an actual workout and show them the moves so that, you can share with them exactly what sort of moves that are in the workout itself. And if you feel comfortable enough, video yourself and maybe post it on your Health and Fitness like page or your regular Facebook page. This, of course, would be maybe before the product launch, but I did want to add this. You want to share the excitement of the product launch before it's released. So what I was doing about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, maybe not every day, but every other day, I was kind of doing a countdown before the product was essentially released today. So, and that was giving me a contact list. It was giving me people that were expressing interest in the program. I was creating a list on the side of people that were talking to me about or wanting to know more about the program. So, in future launches, and this is just something for, we're going to have more launches just because Beachbody is amazing in that and it is always coming out with new programs. Don't wait until launch day to talk about the program. So, for you, maybe you want to post like, what are you looking forward to about the program? And then have a date deadline for them to get on board. Maybe saying you're doing an exclusive group, an exclusive test group. So they have a reason to take the next step with you. So that is my tip number 2. Tip number 3, and this kind of goes back to building your list. So when you're preparing for a product launch, you want to make sure that you're building your list of people that you're making connections with. Build that interest list so that you're not forgetting people. And this is something that I remember in the past, I would have a conversation with somebody about a new program and they'd want me to follow up with them when the release happened. Completely forgot about it because I didn't have a good system in place. And that customer or that connection was just gone. So, making sure that you're building that visual contact list so that you are able to be prepared for when that product happens and the launch so that you can go right in and create that invite for them. So that leads me to step 4. So once you've built that list, you want to create that invite. Now you can certainly create like a skeleton email that has the steps for them to get started, to buy the challenge pack, and then to go ahead and to get into your group. I would recommend personalizing each email, each message that you're doing per person. I'm a big fan of personalizing each message that I'm sending to somebody because I want them to know that I am working with them, each person individually, and I'm making this about them and their goals. So that would be number 4, creating the invite. And, certainly prior to launch day, you can create that skeleton email that goes over the steps for them. And then, of course, personalizing it afterwards. And then finally, 5 is prepare to give it your all and lead from the front. What I mean by that is making sure that you are working with these people 100%. If you're doing the program, making sure you're talking about it, you're blogging about it, you're posting about it, and you're 100% in this program. So like I said, prior to when we started recording, maybe you're not doing the program right now, and that's perfectly fine. But I would still talk about it. I would still go in and talk about the workouts. The nutrition guide is going to be exactly like Hammer and Chisel, exactly like the 21-day fix, because they're incorporating portion controlled containers and meals just like the other programs. So you already have an idea of what the nutrition's like. But so I would recommend doing some of the workouts on demand and even just buying the base program so that you know what, so you can answer the questions for the people that have them that you're talking to. And of course, check your FAQ in the back office for all of your talking points. They're there for a reason. They're there for, you to go back and say, you know what, I'm not quite sure how to answer this. So go back. And, that's why we have this amazing back office of tools and documents for you to use. So those are my quick 5 tips. And I kind of want to just quickly segue into my personal development topic that I also kind of the main chunk of the conversation call this evening. So, and if you guys have questions, we'll go ahead and answer those at the end. Okay. So I just finished The Energy Bus. And for those of you that have read it, actually, I know a lot of our team has read it. It was recommended to me. If you haven't read it, I encourage you to read it. It's a super quick read, and it's a book that relates to not just this business, but to everyday life. And that's what I loved about it. I know a couple of us, I see Kristen on the call. She got the book for Macy to read, which was awesome. She can, your kids can kind of help read with you, and it's a book kind of just for the entire family. So I took some of these steps out of the Energy Bus book, and it relates to our business. It relates to our team. It relates to our family and life. And I just thought, what better way to share as it's a new month. We all have a lot of excitement going on, and I want, you to kind of keep that momentum going, because just like life, we're going to hit roadblocks, we're going to hit obstacles, we're going to hit challenges in this business, but it's so important to remain focused and remain, what is your vision in this? And so that's what I wanted to talk about for the rest of the call. So a couple of the steps that they talked about. Step 1, creating your vision. And of course, you've probably heard this many times. I know I've said it during calls. I know Jenna has said it. Top coaches have said it. So what they were talking about in the book is making sure to really sit down, and it could be a monthly thing, it could be a quarterly thing, but really sit down and gather your team, your family, whoever is a part of this journey with you, and ask yourself some of these questions. What are your goals? Think into the future. What do you see as your future goals and your future life plan? What do you hope to accomplish? And if some of these are too broad and too, broad of questions, go ahead and break it down. What are my goals for this month? What do I hope to accomplish this month? Those are all steps into creating your vision, because it's ultimately going to be, things that are going to help you, not just this month, not just next month, not just the year, but it's just going to be a compound effect for what you're wanting to accomplish. Step 2, kind of segues right in from step 1, is fuel that vision with purpose. So how are you going to create this vision? What are you going to do? Some of the questions you can ask yourself, your family, your team. How will my vision benefit the growth of the team? How will my vision benefit others? And how can we as a team make a difference? So, we have a team mission. We have a team that, in my opinion, is fueled by changing lives and helping as many people as possible. So, sit down and think for your team, because all of you on this call has teams of your own and they're just continuing to grow. What does that vision look like for you? What does that growth and vision for your team look like? So that's step 2. Let's see here. Okay. And again, a lot of this could be repeated, but again, it is so important. And I want to just reiterate it to you guys to make sure that you guys are doing things like this. Step 3, write down your vision and your purpose statement. I have tons of vision boards, affirmations on my whiteboard. I have them right where I can see them when I'm working, because it just continues to motivate me and push me, because I know I have these crazy, scary goals, and I want to see those goals everywhere I look. So write it down so you can see it everywhere, whether it's in your office, whether it's, at your desk at work, whether it's in the bathroom, wherever you feel motivated to keep this vision and to keep this purpose going. Step 4. When I read this, I thought back to our winter retreat, and the constant upward battle and the challenges that you're going to face with people maybe that aren't on your team, but also people that are on your team. So step 4 is identify who is in your bus. And I put /wagon because on our winter retreat, that was the metaphor that our corporate rep had used. So what I mean by this is identify who needs or wants to be on the bus with you to implement this vision to help achieve the goal and vision you and your team have set for one or as a team. You're going to find people on your team, in your life, that are going to be negative, are going to challenge you, are going to flat out say you're not going to succeed. You're going to have team members that you're putting in work with them and you're not getting anything in return. And that's when, and it's hard, that's when you're going to have to say, okay, they're not really helping me in my goals, in my vision, in my team sort of culture that I want to have. So that's when you're going to have to say, all right, they're not in my wagon. They're not in my bus. And it's tough. It's sometimes, it can be challenging to say, okay, I don't want to start any conflict, but ultimately this is about you, your goals, your family, your team. And that's what has to be done. That's what personal development comes in so handy because, I struggle with maybe a conversation I've had about failure and people that say I can't do this, people that say I can't quit my full-time job. I'm constantly dealing with the defeatist attitude of people around me. But that's when you have to say, okay, I have people in my life, I have people on this team, I have people that are so supportive of me, my goals. And that's what you have to find, because this team is something that I am so grateful for. And there are going to be people that maybe come in that say they want it, say that they're going to put in the work and don't do it. It's that simple. So, that's kind of where I want you to kind of frame your mindset to say, okay, I'm still plugging away though, because I'm still here and I still have goals to achieve. And that's where I have to say, they're not in my wagon. They're not on my bus. And that's okay, because there are other people that I can implement this vision with and I can be successful with. So that's definitely a tough one when it comes to identifying and figuring out who is in your wagon and who is in your bus. So I wanted to share that with you guys because for those of you that were on the winter retreat, that was something that was a hot topic and we discussed that a lot at the retreat. Okay. Step 5 is fuel this journey with positive energy and enthusiasm. And again, as we sit here and talk about the constant naysayers, the negativity, the people outside that don't want you to succeed, that's where you have to engage and energize yourself through personal development and your team with positive energy. So by doing this, you can identify the negative team members who are affecting this journey. And this can be a little tough. I actually just had a conversation with one of our coaches about a week ago in regards to this. You can certainly talk to them and open lines of communication if there is a reason maybe why the negative energy is being brought in. But if they fail to make changes and they're constantly, bringing the team down, bringing, you down, then maybe you just have to say, let them go and just, keep moving with the people that are providing that positive energy and positive support to your journey and to your team. Okay. And the last thing was to navigate adversity and challenges. So again, expect that you're going to face challenges and struggles in this journey. It's a part of life. Nothing comes easy, unfortunately. But when you're faced with a challenge, what can you learn from that? What can you learn from that challenge, and how can you grow from it? So those are some questions that I would encourage you to ask yourself when you're faced with challenges in this business, and with your team, and even in life. I mean, this can go hand in hand for not just our business as coaches. What opportunity does this challenge present to you and your team? And how can you take that challenge and use it to pave the road for success? So, and this was a quote in the book: remember, you only have one ride through life, so give it all you got and enjoy the ride. So that was what I had. Again, I took these steps from the Energy Bus that I just finished reading. And if you have not added this to your collection for personal development, I truly, truly encourage you to do so, because it is a phenomenal book. And I actually think the first time I heard about it was with Michelle and Nina on a call, because they had heard somebody at one of their Super Saturday events talk about this book, and Healthy for Life, we just ran with it. And it's just been an amazing book for me. So that was what I had for you guys tonight. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Do you guys have any questions about anything that we talked about? Maybe just some of the upcoming dates, the product launch, anything that you guys want to talk about, anything that you're struggling with? I'll open the floor to you guys. Stop sharing. Nothing? Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you again so much for jumping on. And don't forget, we do have a Healthy for Life team call tonight at 9. So I do appreciate you guys getting on. I know some of us, it's like right around bedtime for the kids, and it's an hour, Michelle's time. So I do really appreciate you guys jumping on. And if there's any questions that you have that maybe jump out at you after we get off here, just reach out to me and I will make sure those get answered. All right.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys in a little bit on the other call.